back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking about Weight Watchers. So this is a diet that I have been doing for about 6 months now, and I have lost 30 pounds, about 30 pounds on this diet. And so I just thought that it would be something really cool to talk about, to let you guys in on, to give you some maybe tips and things that have helped me if you're thinking about doing it. Also, sorry if you hear the traffic. I'm right by my window for the lighting, so sorry about that. Also, I literally filmed this video and finished editing the video and then accidentally deleted it. So I'm a little salty about that, but we're just gonna go ahead and film it again. So hopefully this will help you guys. Hopefully you enjoy this video, and without further ado, let's just hop right into it. Okay, so first of all, I'll just kind of talk about how it works. So basically, when you download the app, loud truck going by, okay, seriously? So when you download the app, basically it just asks you some questions, asks you like male or female, weight, age, things like that, and that'll help them determine how many points you get, because it's based off of points. So, and then you'll also answer like some personal questions just about like how you're eating currently and things that you want to do better with eating and things like that. So they'll just ask you some questions, and then that'll determine how many points you get. So the points, every food that you eat has a certain number of points. So I personally get 23 points now. Now I did not start out with that many, but as I've lost weight, my points have decreased. So I now get 23 points, and there are foods that are 0-point foods like chicken, vegetables, fruits, eggs, things like that. And so basically you can still eat what you want. You just have to eat like less of it or more in moderation. So you can eat a piece of pizza, but then that means that later on in the day you're not going to have as many points or any points, so then you're going to have to eat chicken and vegetables or eggs, if that makes sense. So it's not like you can't eat, you just have to be more mindful of what you're eating and how much of that you are eating. So basically it's based off of fats. So the more fats that are in something, the more points that it's going to be. So for me now, I can look at something and be like, okay, that has a lot of fat in it, so it's probably going to be a lot of points. Whereas when you're first starting out, you just have the app. And the app, you can actually like scan barcodes. And when you scan the barcodes, then that tells you how many points something is, or you can also just like search it and look it up. And then, so that helps you know, like, is this something that I can have? Is this a smart choice? Things like that. But as you get used to it, you can kind of just look at something and be like, okay, there's a lot of fat in this, so it's probably something that I should not be eating. And that definitely just takes time, and it's not easy. Like, don't get me wrong. Let me just tell you a little bit of my story with it. So I ate terrible, I mean terrible, before this app. Like, so much junk food, sweets, like, just bad. And so when I started doing this, I was like, okay, well, I can't eat a ton, or like, I felt like I couldn't eat when I first started doing this. I felt like I had to be so careful of what I ate. And that is my biggest thing to tell you guys. Like, do not feel like you cannot eat. Like, you can eat, you need to eat, you should eat. It's okay to eat. You just have to be more wise about what you are eating. But what I would do is I would eat my meal. I would not eat a lot because I felt like I couldn't, because I didn't want to go over my points. And then I would not eat anything until the next meal. And so I'd feel like I'm like so hungry by the next meal that I would just chow down. Like, I would eat so fast. And then I felt sick because I waited until I was so hungry, and then I ate super fast, and then my stomach hurt and I felt sick. And so I was always going to the bathroom, and just did not feel good. So I actually ended up losing 11 pounds in the first week of doing it, and that's actually crazy. Like, the rest of my family lost like 3 to 5 pounds, I believe, and I lost 11 just because like I changed so much what I was eating and how much I was eating that it just really affected my body. So it's not easy, like it's definitely hard, especially if you eat currently how I used to eat. It's definitely a hard adjustment, but it's so worth it. And after that first week, my body got used to it and it was so much easier. I said that you get 23 points, so that's daily. Daily, you get 23, well, I get 23 points. You'll get however many points makes sense for like your age and your weight and male or female, things like that. And then you also get weekly points. Now, you have like 40-ish weekly points, and those are like, if you go over in your daily points, then you go into your weekly points. And that's something that like I try really hard not to use a lot of or all of. But if you use like 1 or 2, it's not a big deal. Like, it's something that can help you. And I still find myself losing weight even when I'm going into my weekly points. But the best thing to do is to try really, really hard to just stay in your daily points. And so something that has really helped me, it's okay to snack. You just have to snack more wisely. So eat your meals, and then when you get hungry, eat a banana, eat some strawberries, eat a hard-boiled egg, things like that with just some salt. Like, a lot of seasonings as well are 0 points, like salt, pepper, obviously, like in moderation. You can't just like pour a whole bunch on there. But a lot of seasonings are 0 points. So you really can eat a lot. You really can do a lot with it. You just have to do it wisely, and again, all in moderation. So I really wanted to start this. My cousin and her mom were doing it. But I live with my parents, and so I was like, well, if my mom's cooking dinner, like, I can't just go out and buy a whole bunch of other groceries right now. And so it was really hard not having anybody else doing it as well. And then my mom actually talked to me about it, and she decided that she wanted to do it as well. And so me and her and my sister started doing it, and that made it so much easier. Like, when you have people to keep you accountable and to keep you on track, it makes it so much easier. But again, it definitely works. It definitely is worth it. I would definitely recommend it to anybody. My family altogether, my dad has now started it as well, which is incredible if you know my dad. And he has lost a lot of weight. But my family altogether, we've lost like 165 pounds, which is insane. And then my cousin and her mom, like, they've lost an insane amount. She's lost almost 100 pounds, I think. And it's just incredible. Like, it definitely 100% works. It's definitely worth it. I think it's like $20 a month for a subscription. And actually, I will leave my like referral code down in the description box below. So if you decide that you want to do it, it will give you a free month and me a free month as well. So you can use that referral code down in the description box if you would like to. So some things that I have changed from doing Weight Watchers, for example, like breakfast, I used to always eat cereal, and cereal is like 5 points just for the cereal, and then 5 points for the milk. Like, it's crazy. So that's 10 out of my 23 points already gone for the day, and it just wasn't worth it to me. Like, I need more points for lunch and dinner. So what I've really started doing is eating rice cakes with peanut butter on them and then strawberries. And that ends up being like 4 points. So it's like 3 points for the peanut butter and then 1 point for the rice cake. So just like changing what you're eating, knowing if you're gonna go out to eat for dinner, then you want to maybe not eat as much for breakfast or for lunch or eat lower points. You just have to be more wise about it. Like, it's definitely hard and it's definitely an adjustment and it definitely takes getting used to. But once you get used to it and just realize, like, you just have to be more wise about it and think about your day and think about what you have that day. And so then you know, like, where to put your points, if that makes sense. Another thing is, I don't like working out. And so this was, like, a huge relief to me because you can I've lost 30 pounds in 6 months. And I've worked out, like, not very many times. I mean, my family would go and play tennis on Sundays and stuff, but you don't have to work out. Like, if you just eat healthy, it makes such a big difference, especially if you eat really bad now, like I used to. But then also, like, if you do work out, it definitely makes you feel good, and that definitely helps as well, but it's not something that you have to do. And also, like, there's going to be really hard times. There's going to be hard days. There's gonna be hard weeks. Girls, we all have those weeks of the month that suck, and you really want sweets, and you really want junk, and that's okay. Don't be hard on yourself. Discipline yourself. But if you have a day where you just want to eat, I mean, just eat. Like, obviously don't go overboard, but it's okay to eat. Like, it's okay to have hard days. For the last probably like 3 months, I have been going back and forth at 30 pounds. I'd gain a pound, then I'd lose a pound, and I just keep going back and forth for the last like 3 months. So it's not easy, and there definitely comes times that are extra hard, but again, that's okay. Nobody is perfect. It happens to the best of us. Keep on pushing. Do better the next day. Do better the next week. Just don't give up. It's definitely, I've had times where I've wanted to give up, and then my family's right there to pick me back up. So it definitely helps also having people around you to keep you accountable. But yeah, I definitely think that it is really good. It really does help. I highly recommend it. If you guys have any more questions that you would like me to answer about Weight Watchers, if you're thinking about doing it and you have questions, you can always DM me on Instagram. It's Caitlin_Faith2020. Follow me on there. Comment down below any questions that you have. I can do another video. But yeah, I just wanted to do this. If you're thinking about doing Weight Watchers, I highly, highly recommend. It's hard at first to get used to, but it gets easier. You get used to it. It's so worth it. You can still eat what you want to. Highly, highly recommend it. It's done great things for me and my family, and I hope that it does great things for you as well. And I'm actually going to be doing a video with like some of my favorites for Weight Watchers, so like low point foods, so that can help you out as well. So that video should be coming next. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was beneficial for you, and I highly recommend doing Weight Watchers. It definitely works. It's a great thing, and I would love to hear your guys' stories if you do try it out. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the post notifications, and I will see you in my next video.